Hello everyone, Von Marie here and welcome to the Whimsy Stamps channel. So I am not going to be using that word, but I am going to be using a Santa Comes to Town stamp, and isn't it super cute? I was dying to use this stamp set and the outline dies, and it's so cute. And I love all those Santas. So we're going to make a slimline card today. So I'm going to stamp all these cute Santas, and I am going to stamp the holly and berries on white cardstock, and this is a 100-pound, and I am going to be stamping them with black ink, and then I'm going to color them in with my Copic markers. And I'm not going to use the word die because you have these signs for all these little sentiments, and I figured that was enough for this card, so I will save that for another project, because we still have time to make some holiday cards. So, and happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate for tomorrow. And so, I am going to start off with some red here, and I'm going to be coloring in Santa's hat. And red and I don't always get along. I get out of the lines sometimes, and then I have to use my colorless marker to help me. But yeah, red and I love red, but I don't love red. So, and I do love to use traditional colors most of the time, I guess, or maybe half of the time. Sometimes I do a non-traditional. So I am going to color in, I think I'm just showing you, I'm going to color in all those Santas red, and I'm using the same color combo that I had on the screen, and now I'm using some browns for his bag. I couldn't remember if his sack was brown or black, and I like brown, so I just went with brown. I didn't want to Google anything, so and I'm coloring in the reindeer, and I colored in his nose with the same red color combo, and then I'm using some grays for Santa's gloves and his boots. I will be coloring in. And then one thing I couldn't decide what colors to use for the signs. I was going to go with like a light gray, but then I just went with red and green. So, and I have been wanting to use all of the images on the stamp sets lately. So that is why a slimline card was perfect for this design, for all these images. And I'm so glad that Whimsy Stamps has a variety of slimline dies. So I am just using my colorless blender to help me there. And next I am coloring in Santa's face, and I will be giving him some cheeks, and that's the same color I do use for the ear. I do use the ear for the deer. And so here are my images colored, and now I'm going to use the dies to cut everything out. And I am going to be using my Anna Griffith die cutting machine that's electric, and it has a magnet, and I'm hoping to get new plates. I don't know, they're not that bad, but I'm hoping to get some new plates soon, so that I won't feel like I don't use it all the time, the electric cutting machine. So maybe if I got new plates, then I would use it all the time. So I love how they came out, and I just die cut the holly and leaves, or the berries and leaves. So now I'm going to do a little bit of mixed media. This is cold pressed paper, 110-pound, and I'm using some sprays. So I'm using Festive Berries Distress Oxide spray, and then I'm going to use my heat tool to dry it. And next I'm going to be using some Mica stain in Bubbling Cauldron, and that was from like a holiday, like a Halloween set, like I don't know how far back, maybe 1 or 2 years ago. And then I'm also going to heat dry that as well and use my wipe to kind of dry it because I was a little impatient and I wanted to finish the video. So next I am going to be using the swirl stencil, which is 6x9, and I couldn't decide which way to put it, but I went for that, for the long ways. And I am going to be adding some Picket Fence Distress Spray Stain, but I didn't like how it was spraying. I guess it's probably clogged or something. So I do spray it here, but I ended up using I used some paste instead. So this is some grit paste in Snowfall, and it's also like Distress. So, and it's drying up, so it was good that I was using it. So I will take that off, and I had quite a mess to clean. And so it looks okay. And then I went ahead and used the Marquee Slimline die, and I love how that came out. So everything worked out fine. It was fun. I had fun using all those sprays, and I will be making something again with sprays, so yay. So I used a gray card base, and I cut it just a little bit bigger than this slimline die cut, and I'm just gluing all my pieces together, and the paste is a tiny bit wet, but it's pretty much dry, but just a tiny bit wet. So I did get just a tiny bit on my finger, I believe. So I will hold it down, and then I put some foam tape in the back of my images, and I did die cut some berries and leaves from the holly frame die set. And I am going to try and figure out how to put those on my card. So that's where it came from. And I'm starting to use my magnet sheets again so I can get a little organized. And I'm just poking those out with my glue pen. And I will be adding my Santas. So I love them with their signs, and I'm trying to separate the signs, and so put the Santa with the reindeer in the middle, and then I will add my berries and leaves. So pretty easy, I would say, and I had so much fun making this card. A blast, actually. And so I hope you grab this Santa stamp set. It's just really adorable. And I'm trying to figure out how to put my holly and leaves, and that's about it. And I will just add some white gel accents with my Jelly Roll pen, and that finishes this card. So I hope you like it, and I hope you enjoyed a little bit of my mixed media there, just spraying and having a little bit of fun. And there we go, and here is my gel accents, and I love to add gel accents. It just brings some of my images to life. So thank you for joining me. I'm so happy that you're here, and I hope you have a nice holiday, and I will be back soon with another video, and I will just show you a close-up. And I think I just gave them some eyes, so here one more and one more set of eyes here, and here it is. So have a wonderful day.